Kadu says still first. DG's on it on timing. On timing. Yo, man, still out here too. Oh, see, it never fails. The noise, the pollution, noise pollution. So listen, man, propaganda, the propaganda is nuts. Oh my goodness. These people can't even fake the funk well in the community. In the community. Thoughts, I see you, man. What's going on? What's going on? These people can't avoid the tirade. They can't avoid the tsunami, right? The cataclysmic effects of the propaganda. All they could do is just throw rocks and hide their hands, man. It's crazy, man. Y'all already know, man. That whole situation is nuts. Yeah, I understand. There's like macro. There's always some kind of macro stuff going on. The market is down altogether. Blah blah blah. But how many founder got a red notice for alleged child abuse? Huh? A red notice from Interpol. I didn't even know Interpol does that. The things that you learn all the time. I tell you, boy, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I don't envy that guy. Negative zero, I see. Negative zero. Yo, it's crazy, man. Negative zero. A lot of people feeling like negative zero. Man, I'm nothing. Yo, I'm just gonna let these spider lantern flies live. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna let. I have to. I will. I have to. Well, what you gonna do? They're here. They're part of the ecosystem over here, man. Just like the griffs are part of the ecosystem. It's out of control, man. Out of control. You just gotta be shining in the meantime, in the best way that you see fit. Not in material goods, but in internal, invisible, spiritual way. Because the propaganda is crazy, y'all. I'm watching so many things unfold slowly and surely. People just coming out the woodwork. They're like, yo, I'm down too, man. Been down. This whole thing is crazy. I think we got. Like, that's crazy. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing because it's insane right now, man. It's insane, man. Richard in the building. What's up, man? He said he hopes Ethereum. Richard, you hope Ethereum doesn't go down, right? It's been going down. Oh man, like it's crazy to think like in crypto, if you're around for several years and you saw how cheap, we're not even talking technical, we just talking practical. You saw how cheap Ethereum was back in the rookies, and you saw how cheap Bitcoin was back in the rookies, and what the numbers are looking like today. It's like, man, ah, just should have focused there, man. And just not that I didn't focus, I did, but life is lifing. I didn't have the charisma to mesmerize people with a candelabra and a high chair. That's crazy, man. That's cold, man. Tom Sumner, what's happening? That's cold, man. Damn, man. What? Damn. See, my yo, this StreamYard is trash right now, yo. Your homie in LA is what? 200 hired people out there. That yo, look what's going on out west, man, in LA is. And there was some propaganda that something was gonna happen in New York, like that they were paying, as agent provocateurs. They just propaganda, bro. Like people talk about they hiring people, giving them $200. They're giving them $200 to cause havoc. We don't know how true that is. That's supposed to happen tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I stay clear of all that though. That reminds me of that post chain type vibe, energy, like propaganda and this and that. Yeah, like just nah, man. That Soros feel. I ain't with all that, bro. That's your man. He plays those games. And I'm not directing this at you, thoughts. I'm not directing this at anybody in the viewers. You know what I mean? Like they play those games, bro. Like it just feels nasty, bro. It just feels like the dude. And when I say the dude, y'all know who I'm talking about. Richie Rich. Like he barked up the wrong tree, bro. He thought his tree was the only tree that existed, and man, he barked up the wrong situation, man. I'm telling you, when you got dudes now coming out the woodwork talking crazy about him, like, and then backing it up with information, not just random, backing it up with information. That shit is hard to refute. It's very hard to refute. And people, whether they experience cognitive dissonance or not, whether they want to ignore it, deny, whatever, yo, the truth is immovable. It's what it is, man. And it sucks. It sucks. Like what magic? What do you think is gonna be? What magic? What type of magical steps or move is he gonna pull out of his black top hat in less than 2 months to show people that what what that he won and everybody lost, all the haters lost? What's he gonna do, bro? Like what's he gonna do? And if he does, let's say he does pull a rabbit trick out of a hat. It stems from somewhere that's just not pure. It stems from somewhere that's just crazy, and you had to be your hand had to be forced by a person in the community to go on stream and for thousands of eyes to see that person and embarrass him and force him to issue a tweet, because that's what people don't understand. They're calling the kid a drug addict or whatever. I'm not what I'm saying, defending any of that. I'm not defending any of that. It's just he taking it a step further with what he's doing, going hard. I don't have the zeal to do that online. So let the young people cook, bro. I used to always say that, man. Let the youth do what they do, man. They represent the future, man. And if the information is forcing something to happen, he went on that stream and said that dude got everybody wrecked and said like, yo, you work for us, you work for me now, prove me wrong, all that shit. And then the next day, the dude, Richard, upgraded, not him, but next day out of nowhere, ta-da, the Hex front end got some upgrades along with something else. Where do you think that came from? The kid was the only one who was saying, yo, this chain is so trash, everything's so trash. Out of all the points he threw at RH, he was like, yo, in addition to all that, your front end for Hex, your baby, your love child Hex, the front end is trash. It's not even working. And then less than 24 hours, you see an upgrade on Hex. What does that tell you? He listening. Come on, bro. He listen. You know what I mean? Like people, come on, man. It's not. It's what it is, man. He ain't listening to me. And if he is, it didn't move any needle. You know, just like he listened to Jim Rat, he was listening to Post Nation back in the days. You know, every so often we saw it. You know, yeah, sure. But right now he's on a different type of time. Different type of time. Because this guy's just like, yo, you. He's doing what he can to be like, yo, man, he's coming at this guy with nothing but talking points after talking points. They're not opinion. Some of it is opinion and maybe even conjecture. But for the most part, irrefutable shit. Yeah, you did talk about P. Die. You did. And not in a negative way. And all of a sudden, 2 months later, you talk about, yo, P. Die sucks and these copies suck. Yo, you don't know. Yo, the mental illness, bro, the contradictions are crazy, man. And then the person who invested, who sacrificed, who are waiting, are the ones who are catching the biggest brunt out of all this, man. Come on, bro. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. People people see and they feel. They feel what's going on, and you can't deny what you're experiencing. You can't deny it. DJ Cryptomatic. Tin Top has been a minute. Tin Top is everywhere. You're never there. It's been a minute, man. What's going on? Hope you're doing well, Tin Top. I just feel super strange, and I'd be a liar to myself if I pretended like none of the hypocrisy was taking place, and I'm addressing things from just this narrow. Yo, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. B Weezy, what's going on? What's good? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, B Weezy, B Weezy. There's been more dips than improvements. B Weezy, we familiar with more dips than price improvement, price rise, price change. Oh, bruh, you need to call us the kings of DCA or something like that. Like DCA low, how low can you go? We need a bet. Put wagers out on when lows. That's the difference. That's how prediction. When new lows. It's out of control, bro. Because ultimately, when you look at what it is, you look at the numbers. Some people say math, this and that, but the behaviors, bro. Like these people just keep anything go up, dump, 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 dump. It's wild right now, man. Yo, the fact that we just eat like it seemed like yo, shout out to Ethereum. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Ethereum. Like we left Ethereum, or we left. We didn't leave Ethereum. Ethereum got forked. Oh, it got forked because of ego. Yes, gas price fees were atrocious. We get all that. That is 100% true. But it also got forked because of ego. Ego, man. We were betting on ego and narcissism, and I feel a way about it, bro. I feel don't get me started, bro. Like when I talk to you guys, like I feel the willingness to. I see both sides of the coin. I see both sides, bro. Like I see both sides, and I'm just not. not gonna be talking about, yo, we one day closer to the next all-time high. It's son, like, not to say that's not gonna happen, but what's taking place now, nah, it's crazy. What's taking place now and the way it's going about it, I'm thinking things are organic. When is it gonna get to a point where things are just gonna happen in a natural way? I don't think it ever is, because you're dealing with people who are greedy, who want absolute control, who want to be 90%, owners of something that they say they don't own, and call the shots. And everyone else has to wait their turn to get rich. Everyone else has to wait their turn, bro. The people been conspiring. Yo, these guys learned from your man RH. Like RH, he gave the sauce away on how to manipulate shit. And these guys took it and ran with it, starting with the sacrifices, yo. They're like, yo, this is the lick of the century. The lick of the century, bruh. Dude dropped a sacrifice, talk about freedom of speech. I'm gonna drop a sacrifice, talk about freedom to wipe my cheeks and get millions behind. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. And they issue you a little project. They issue you a little a meme situation. They issue you a little Dex, that's the product. And they'll tell you, what did you build? What did you? I'm supposed to be building? No. What, a car manufacturer? What do I build and work on cars? No. Do I construct buildings? No. But I still contribute. I still have something to contribute, right? Like, that's the only take. That's the only one of the only few talking points that they use to refute. Oh, but what did you build? Shut up. Every being strong. Yo, we gotta stick to the script, whatever script that is. Like, I'm not gonna say stick to the script and believe in your man. I'm not gonna say that, because I'll be fake with it. I'm not gonna be fake like that. But if you believe in him, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not clowning anybody that still believe in him hard body. Like, it's just I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I can't believe in him hard body like that. He's showing me that too many inconsistency, bro. And it's not like I'm even gonna sell, because yo, when you I'm in that staking, them staking ladder, those traps, those traps of, yo, you stake 15 years, 55, 55. Yeah, I'm trapped. Oh well, I'm not emergency end staking. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like you finally, not well, yeah. Recently, he made a tweet talking about he 90%. Like, he's used to. He's the type of person that is familiar with being down 90%. The first time I've ever seen him address 90% is usually 80, 85%, 75, 80, 85%. He never said anything 90. Why he's talking about 90 is because Pulse Chain been down 90. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. His coins, his tokens, like, it's just insufferable, bro. Insufferable. But we here witnessing what's next. Witnessing what's next. I'm telling you, Richard. 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 Richard saw none of this coming. I'm so used to being down 97.5. It's just part of the game. Yeah, I hear you. I hear y'all. You preaching to the choir, man. It's part of the game. But what I'd like to know is what coin that's ever been down 99, 90, damn near 100% ever recovered? That's what I'd like to know. And recovered to where they reached all-time high and passed on and made new highs. You know, and over here in this system, that would take so much monetary energy, buy walls, liquidity, money. That would take so much. Because everybody waiting to do something, make moves. Everyone's waiting to make moves, man. Everyone's waiting to make a move. 90% down, 90% of yo, this shit is crazy, man. Yo, I was it got to a point, man. Like you gotta laugh. This thing is crazy. People ask me, asking me, yo, how's crypto doing? I avoid them. I just redirect the conversation, and I redirect the conversation because when they talk about crypto with me, they know it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm like, yeah, it's doing things that I don't like. I'm gonna tell you, man. The temperature is rising. The temperature is rising against RH, like forcing RH. The exactly, it's forcing them to do something. Even doing nothing is doing something. So who knows, man? Like I don't think he's comfortable wherever he's at. Nah, not at all. Imagine the enemies he's cultivated. It ain't sexy. And then when you do the history on him and you look at all the shenanigans that's online about him and things that people had to that got deleted. And back then he was in hot water a few times. And imagine now where you have a narrative on Twitter talking about 3 billion. 3 billion. 3. Nah. Nah. Nah, man. Nah. That's not only nasty work, that's horrifying work. Yes, you should do a Rolex stream. You should definitely do a Rolex stream. Do a Philippe Patek stream. I don't know. That's the thing, man. Like, yo, watches, somebody took your watches. Like, he moving like he's guilty. Someone took your watches. Was that propaganda still? Was that trolling? You know, you're doing streams with the last even stream. So you just might as well have been a talking avatar, AI. Like, dude, it's not comfortable, bro. Dude ain't comfortable. Dude ain't comfortable. And he wants people to shut up about the raw. He wants people to not talk about the real shit that people are feeling. He wants to drown all that out and call people idiots. Just say, oh, you're an idiot. Be quiet, crybaby. You're an idiot. Nah, that shit ain't working. That shit ain't working. Not at all, bro. Mm-mm. And what's crazy about it, the people that want everybody to shut up, for example, you gotta ask after a while, they start looking strange. Like, oh, why you want people to not talk about how they feel? What's that about? You on the take too? It looks bad. It looks bad, but Dr. Disciple in the building, man. What's up, man? He be looking hella guilty for sure. Been looking guilty. Been looking guilty, man. I said last week, like, yo, did he really have that business that he talked about? He had 100 something employees, the car stereo business. Did he really have that? You know? And I did some research and he did. He actually did in the States. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, what are you doing now? I do, yo. And that whole Panama situation ain't cute. That shit is that it's not it's nasty work, bro. And just to see that you got international police after it, it's just nasty. It's just bad, bro. Don't talk about that. Talk about marketing. Shut up, bro. Like, what do you mean? Marketing, more marketing than people do. Everybody been marketing. If you not even online and you telling somebody about this, you marketing. Marketing's been going on. The marketing isn't working. It's not effective. So like a whole something else got to give. Giving us pull up updates. Yo, it's true. You know how you see how he get down. Thinks shit is funny. Wants to deflect. Will never address anything direct about anything he did as far as errors, making mistakes. He'll never admit to anything wrong that he's done. He'll just tell everybody, yo, mark it, speak the good word, and you're an idiot while you're doing that. And that's supposed to make you feel good and want to just, right? Come on, man. You can imagine what type of employer he was. And younger too? Please. Oh, man. Because he said in less than 2 months, prepare. Like, just be ready. Hang in there. Tell him, hang in there. Oh, under 2 months. What? What? You gonna make people whole and then some? You gonna make people profit? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna? It's like, what you saying, bro? I'm the hidden tree. I can't, man. I can't with y'all, man. I'm the hidden tree. Wait. Yo, I straight up played myself, bro. Like I made songs. I was like mocking the whole buck from Fiat. I was mocking them all. Like I made songs. Like Disciple and I, we did a song going at them, and then for what? I didn't like when Buck said that the T-share rate. He doesn't see how I could magically improve the price of Hex, and he was effing right because I thought he was wrong for saying that. He was right because T-share rate did not improve Hex price. It's like it had nothing to do with price of Hex going up. Like this, you can't argue that. Like I couldn't argue that, man. Made songs. We were so focused. They called us maxis. We adopted that term and ran with it, thinking that we were doing the quote unquote right thing. And come to find out, Richie Rich turned around and did something completely different, did a 180-degree turn, and decided to just do all the shit he told you not to do and tell people about it and not talk anything about Maxi nothing. And you're left thinking, all the Maxis looking at each other like, yo, what the F is this? But then you got some that just die hard to the core. That's how it's gonna be like that, right? But then you got the ones that's just like, yo, that are thinking, saying, yo, what? What am I doing with this pump that tire is nondescript? What am I doing with that? What am I supposed to do with this leverage trade? Why? Because he's been a leverage trader the whole damn time, bro. He think he's the best one though. That's the thing, because he calls some top. He calls some top, but when he called 65K, Bitcoin still went up 70K, and he calls that like some kind of fake top. How's it fake? Because you didn't call the top. You didn't call when it went 67, 68K 4 years ago. So because he didn't do that, and he saw it was just, that was just like a fake, blow off top, blow off. Bro, you a trader. Like he's the most degen of degens. He knows about this shit. That's why he'll tell you, don't do it because it's bad for you. No, it's don't do it because he wants you to buy what he's selling you. That's the spell casting. You know what I mean? That's the fucking spell casting. Like one time in 2023, he says, where my maxis at? And Twitter went on fire. And that was in 2023. Before he started talking in the same year at the fall of 23 about how everybody can do leverage trade now. And that's when a special light bulb clicked. And I said, damn, he's desperate. He telling you ladies liquor and leverage bad, but then you promoting leverage. Oh, hey, you could do leverage trade now. Because while he was telling people ladies liquor and leverage, he was begging for someone to build something to short Hex. Oh, please do it, please. Like it was just constant hypocrisy from the door, from the start. He'll tell you on an uploaded video with a black background and a black t-shirt, tell you he doesn't believe in numerology. So where did all this talk you were given about 3, 6, and 9, and talk about how 3 is a magic number like you De La Soul, giving up nothing but half-ass, weak metaphysics, philosophy, and science. In the black conscious community, it's called pseudoscience. You know, like Damon Wayans in jail talking gibberish, acting like he's smart. When you got people who all of a sudden want to pick up books when they're confined against their will, and they got to spread cheeks next to another man, right? They call themselves obtaining knowledge, and they're kicking knowledge, and they looking like Sharif in that movie. What was it? Menace to Society. Nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. That's your man acting like you was saying something to the world about three being a magic number, but you didn't believe in now you don't believe in numerology when your shit documented how you shut up, bro. Yo, it's from the door, and that's just the whole time, yo. The whole time, the whole entire time, bro. You're not deep. You're deep as a 2-inch puddle. The motherfucker is not profound like y'all give him too much credit, bro. And then people would say that, yo, this guy was teaching people how to bust nuts. That's how brainwashed these motherfuckers were in, bro. Like, think about that shit right there, yo. The dude is a joke. Is pure comedy, bro. Come on, bro. Grown ass man. I'm supposed to be listening to that. Yeah, because and then the poor kid, man. Yo, Post Nation, I'm not gonna put that kid on blast, bro. The poor kid, bro. Good vibes from that kid, man. He was another supporter. Yo, the poor kid was like, yo, they asked him, yo. They asked the kid, yeah, this was in 23. Post Nation bubbling. You know, on the stream with the kid, the streamer. He doesn't stream anymore. I guess he woke up. And I'm saying that because I'm talking stupid, but woke up in a good way. I respect him. I respect his vibe, his whole thing. He was just doing him and trying to really support the community, this and that. And them brothers asked the guy, "Yo, this dude was really giving like orgasm tips. Did it work?" And the poor kid was like, "Yeah, it worked." Like I was like, "Yo, this shit crazy, son." Like, yo, stop it, Five. We can't do that to ourselves, man. What? What? You know, I learned so much. I learned how I got tricked, how I got bamboozled and hoodwinked. I'm only speaking for me, folks. Like I went against my better judgment, yo. Like I should have just treated this like a casino, like a gamble, like everything else in crypto, like just treat it like that. I'm thinking this is the surefire way. 10,000x is the proof. This is the surefire way to see glorious gains. Yeah, okay. You did your little sacrifice, and you got your airdrop, and you looking at, man, let's say you sacrifice your little bread, right? Your little bread, and you get your sacrifice, and you got 10 million pulse. You imagining that at one day you'll have $10 million? You thinking you uber rich because you fantasizing, because you hoping, right? You dreaming. You're thinking, yo, this guy figured this shit out. He's a billionaire. Oh yeah, he got haters. You know why? Because he speaks the truth. No, he got haters. You know why? Because he fibs. Disingenuous. Yo, that shit's scary too, man. You see how shit could yo, that shit's scary, bro. I got into arguments about you know what I'm saying? And when people in my life were like, yo, Wonder, you wilding. You are wilding. They telling me about the streams I'm doing. All I'm talking about is this dude's coins and why like because it was looking crazy. They were like, "Yo, what's wrong with you? You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. Don't talk to me like that. Who you think you talking to? I'm putting you on. You didn't put me on to the secret holy crypto grail. You don't know nothing about this, huh? Huh?" And that was me arguing with people, man. That's why I said to myself, I'm not onboarding people no more because I was better in a better position, and I'm not. And they're doing so much better than me, crypto wise. Like, damn, son, embarrassing, bro. I was doing my sales pitch, even though I'm miserable at it. I was doing yeah because you want people to feel good. If you feel like you about to win, what's the point in you winning by yourself when you know other people could also, you know what I'm saying, benefit from that? So yeah, you're gonna talk. You're gonna market like this fool keeps telling people they need to do. Bruh, shit didn't work out, man. That's real. What you mean to tell me? Another 2 months? Let's wait 2 months. What's 2 months? August? What's happening in under two? What's happening in August? What? The perceived greatest thing that could have happened, right? And I'm not talking about no damn OA staking all its bags, making ladders and 55, 55. I'm not the greatest thing that could have happened, in my opinion, was the SEC backing off because they got shut down in many ways, and your man won his case, right? And you thinking, yo, okay, time to turn around. Let's crank it. And then it was nothing but debacle after debacle after debacle, debacle after debacle. P died debacle, like all kinds of nonsense, nondescript. This dude 1 minute he's promoting P died, the next minute he crying. Stop tying him with P. What type of time? What is this? What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing? You taught the people. You taught them, and you mad that they used what you taught them for their benefit. You mad? You're not a teacher. Far from. And your tree giving tree skills suck. Jason Hex win. You out of control, man. DG says maybe you're gonna pump the contract at free. Everyone back with the divvies. JR did it. Big smock in the building. And they could care less. Exactly, man. SEC won. People didn't care. I told somebody that too, man. Exactly, man. SEC care. He just looked at me and he was like, dude's a scammer. And I was like, damn, bro. He right. No, he moves like a scammer, yo. Jack Plebin called him out too. Was like, he asked Jack like the fool that he is. He think he's so smart. Some people are so smart, they just dumb with it. They just move crazy. They just have an extensive vocabulary and know how to put shit together to mesmerize you and cast spells. And that's your man. He asked Jack, do I look like a scammer, Jack? Do I look like, don't get scammed, man? Don't get scammed. Matter of fact, Jack, it's not your money. What Jack said? Yes, you look like a scammer, Richard. Of course. You move like one too. You hiding, scared because yo. Why you think? Why like it's not? What reason? Like for all the people who are just brainwashed to them like a motherfucker. Think what could be the reason why you was perceived billionaire crypto founder Huh? You're not Satoshi. You're not. You got a big mouth. You look for validation on the internet. You're obnoxious. Why do you think he's not? He's not making himself available. You on the run. NRE, Nori, stands for niggas on the run eating. Yeah, that's what he doing, bruh. Scared to death. Because I would not, would not want to ever be in a position like that, man. You rocked the people to sleep, came off with billions, and now you got International Police Act. Just stop it. Five, like that's just nasty work, bro. Nasty, nasty work. I don't even care about the tax evasion, fraudulent, whatever. It's you got an allegation of abusing a kid? No, no, no. Dirty, dirty. Mm-mm. He's so corny and nondescript. You try to wear all this fancy goods and these cars, and motherfuckers try to play and do the same thing with you. Try to, and they did it, right? Driving cars and trolling people. Hexy Bastard did it. He was trolling people, driving a car, handing out eggplants and all that. So this dude, you wanna appeal to some kind of urban crowd, hip hop, black people, Hispanic people, people who love hip hop, blah blah blah. All people who love hip hop. You try to appeal to that crowd wearing Louis V, Week, Philip Patek. Nobody cared, huh? You didn't even have enough sauce to go to a Diddy party. You didn't even have enough sauce to hang out with entertainers like that. You couldn't even do that. You couldn't because you were cornball, cornball, cornball. And then you got nondescript people in the community talking about, oh, we onboarded a certain rapper or this entertainer, and it did nobody cared. It didn't move any needle anywhere on the chart. What was it? That guy from Limp Bizkit. Oh, he got stakes. He got nobody cares. He have stakes. He got stakes. Huh? What about RP? He got stakes? Don't, because nobody cares. Huh? Travis Scott, what are they doing? Not thinking about you. Corny. And then the people in the community acting like they know what they clubbing and doing it for the gram. Instagram, popping bottles, acting stupid, looking dumb. Dumb as fuck, getting caught places with bullets in the airport, acting a fool, talking about T-Share B Square. And then the other ones trying to act like they red pilled out. Oh yeah, red pill. Yeah, man, my dinglings are all bigger than all dinglings, and I don't believe in having children and this abortion's all fool. Got no guidance, no leadership, nobody to look up to show you a better way, and you look towards this guy, this cornball nondescript that's hiding under a shell. Because he made a couple moves, and then you gambled, and then you got paid. Cool, you got paid. Cool. But blowing through the money real fast, desperate, jumped, left the country, try to go to a place that's tax sheltered and do it all that, but you struggling. And then the ones that got in early are quiet as a church mouse. Quiet as a church mouse, because they can't deal with it anymore. They're like, yo, this shit crazy. I'm rich already. Thank you, Hex, but it's fuck everything. What do you think is happening right now, yo? And then everybody else, the second wave, third wave. There's no third wave. There is no third wave because no one cares about buying any of this shit. No new person is coming through and hearing me talk about some Hex One and Wanda, I was hearing you talk about some Hex. What do I need to buy? Nothing. You don't need shit because you don't care about buying it, right? No, I don't actually. I'm looking at you and you just complaining all the time about RH. Yeah, so see? Yeah, and Hex, like that shit look crazy to me. Like what Hex? What's that? Yeah. He hexed industry. He put a hex on the industry. But the illest thing about it all, he hexed himself. That's what people don't understand, bro. He hexed himself. How you not hexed when you hiding? You blessed? No, you're not. You're hexed. So purge your cells, people. Clean your cells. Huh? You can have your digital nondescript in your wallets. Cool. But like the mentality and the understanding and life changing or whatever, make sure something positive and fruitful is allowing you to change your life for the better. Not somebody's narrative who's hiding, who's too afraid to even tell the world what's really going on. He's too damn self-absorbed and into his brain that he can't even come real with the people. Be upfront and just say, guys, hey guys, don't get scammed, man. If you want to see something done, you do it. And by the way, I call the top. That's all you hear. You know, I raised $27 million for charity. Yeah, yeah, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Who talks like serial killer, serial grifter? Come on, bro. Who talks like that? Serial entrepreneur? Who? Shut up. Yeah, because I'm a serial. Cocoa Puffs, cornflakes, cinnamon toast crunch, cinnamon toast. Hey, I made my own cereal, and I don't. And you don't need to, eat it with milk. You can pour some Griff juice in my cereal, and it'll make you powerful. You could bust better nuts. Better. It's wilding, bro. Think about it, folks. He cursed himself. Think about it. Oftentimes, somebody who I respect used to always say, he's not always right, but he's not always in the habit of being wrong either. You know what I mean? And I know that my criticisms, some of it could be like outlandish, but I'm not 90% wrong. Not 90% wrong. That's what I believe. Damn near no. Your man wilding. Your man wilding. When you have other so-called billionaires who threatened him because he got connects in the Middle East, and they had pooled together their funds to sacrifice. Remember 3 years ago, dude threatened him and stuff.